Hello, beautiful listeners, and welcome back to Green Earth Essentials, the podcast where nature meets nurture and ancient wisdom meets modern wellness. I'm your host, Michelle Jackson, and today we're diving into a truly mystical and mind expanding topic: ancient technology. When we hear the word technology, we often think of screens, silicon chips, and satellites. But what if technology isn't just what we've invented recently? What if ancient civilizations had a completely different kind of tech, rooted in nature, vibration, and cosmic alignment? In this episode, we'll explore how ancient peoples may have used sound, geometry, water, magnetism, and intuitive knowledge to build wonders, heal the body, and live in harmony with the earth. This isn't just about lost cities or stone temples. It's about reclaiming a deep connection to the earth and remembering that wisdom isn't always linear. Ready to journey through stone, sound, and sky? Let's begin. Let's start with the mystery set in stone. Across continents and cultures, we find structures so precisely engineered they continue to baffle modern architects and engineers. The pyramids of Giza rise with perfect alignment to cardinal points. The temple platform at Baalbek in Lebanon holds some of the largest known stone blocks ever moved, each weighing hundreds of tons. At Pumapunku in Bolivia, the intricate stonework features complex, angular cuts that fit together like a jigsaw puzzle, as if machined with modern precision tools. These sites feature multi-ton stones cut and placed with surgical accuracy, often interlocking without mortar. Some stones are fitted so tightly together that not even a piece of paper can slip between them. This level of craftsmanship raises the question: how was such precision achieved thousands of years ago? The tools supposedly available at the time, copper chisels, simple hammers, would not have been able to create such fine cuts in hard stone like granite or diorite. Some researchers suggest the use of lost tools or advanced knowledge of geometry far beyond what history credits them with. Others theorize chemical stone softening techniques using plant-based acids, which could have allowed workers to mold rock like clay before it hardened again. Then there are more unconventional ideas that sound and vibration could have been harnessed to cut, move, or even levitate these massive blocks. The acoustics of some ancient sites hint at a deeper understanding of resonance and frequency. Whether through forgotten engineering methods, ingenious natural chemistry, or the harnessing of unseen forces, these ancient feats stand as silent reminders that human ingenuity may have taken paths we no longer remember. And this, intriguingly, leads us into our next topic: how sound might have been more than just music to the ancients. Imagine lifting a giant stone not with cranes or pulleys, but with sound. Throughout history, there have been whispers of ancient cultures harnessing frequency and resonance to alter matter itself. Legends from Egypt, Tibet, and South America speak of priests, monks, or engineers using coordinated sound, whether through massive drums, horns, or chanting, to create vibrations powerful enough to move stone. Tibetan monks, for example, are known to use long ceremonial horns, drums, and chanting to produce powerful standing waves that can be felt in the body. Some explorers claim that certain Peruvian temples have chambers with perfect acoustics, perhaps designed to amplify specific tones. One modern mystery tied to this is Coral Castle in Florida. Built in the 20th century by a single man, Edward Leedskalnin, it features multi-ton stones moved without modern machinery. Leedskalnin never fully explained his method, only hinting that he had rediscovered the secrets of the ancients, suggesting an understanding of weight manipulation through resonance and magnetism. Sound wasn't just for building, it was also a vital tool for healing and consciousness work. Ancient cultures deeply understood that vibration could shift a person's mental, emotional, and physical state. In a previous episode, The Power of Scent and Memory, we explored how scent can influence mood, memory, and emotion. Sound operates in a similar way, directly interacting with the brain and nervous system. Chanting, drumming, gongs, tuning forks, and solfeggio frequencies were all used to harmonize the body's energy field, synchronize brainwave patterns, and even induce trance states for spiritual insight. Modern research is catching up. Studies on sound therapy suggest it can reduce chronic pain, lower stress hormones, and stimulate the body's natural healing processes. Certain frequencies have been shown to influence heart rate variability, improve focus, and encourage deep relaxation. Even at the cellular level, sound waves can stimulate repair and regeneration. So perhaps those ancient chants and rituals weren't just symbolic performances, they were precise applications of vibrational medicine, using sound as both a construction tool and a healing force. And if that's true, it suggests that ancient technology may have been far more holistic and multi-purpose than we ever imagined. Not all ancient wisdom was carved into stone or aligned with the stars. Much of it was carried through the human voice, myth, chant, and story, acting as vessels for knowledge. In cultures without writing systems, oral traditions became living archives. Myths weren't just tales for children, they encoded practical survival information. celestial patterns, and moral frameworks. Take the Australian Aboriginal songlines. These are sacred songs that map vast landscapes, encoding directions, water sources, and seasonal cues into melody. To sing a songline is to walk the land, recalling not just geography, but a cosmology where earth and sky are bound together. Similarly, Polynesian navigators used chants to remember the positions of stars, ocean currents, and bird migrations, an oral star chart that allowed them to cross the Pacific long before modern instruments. Even in mythologies from Greece to the Americas, we find stories about gods or heroes that mirror planetary cycles, solstices, and equinoxes. These stories may sound symbolic to us now, but to their originators, they functioned as mnemonic devices, living tools for encoding astronomical and agricultural wisdom. When we think of technology, we often imagine stone tools or metal machines, but oral tradition itself is a form of technology, an algorithm written in rhythm and rhyme, optimized for memory and transmission. In this way, the human voice becomes as powerful as any temple or observatory, ensuring sacred knowledge survives across centuries. Now let's talk about shape and space, two elements the ancients seem to understand on a level we're only beginning to rediscover. Many ancient structures weren't just beautiful or functional, they were precisely designed to align with both cosmic and terrestrial energy systems. Ley lines, sometimes called Earth's energetic highways, are thought to be subtle pathways of electromagnetic energy that crisscross the planet. Intriguingly, many major ancient sites, such as Stonehenge in England, the Great Pyramids of Egypt, Machu Picchu in Peru, and the temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, sit directly along these lines or at their intersections. The placement appears intentional, suggesting that ancient builders were mapping and interacting with the planet's natural energy fields. These alignments often extend beyond Earth itself. Many temples and pyramids are positioned with exact astronomical precision, marking solstices, equinoxes, or the rising of specific stars like Sirius or the Pleiades. This fusion of terrestrial and celestial mapping hints at a worldview in which Earth and sky were part of a unified living system. Then there's sacred geometry, the universal language of patterns and proportions, the flower of life, the golden ratio, spirals, hexagons, and the Fibonacci sequence appear repeatedly in ancient architecture, mosaics, and sacred art. These designs are also found in nature, from the arrangement of sunflower seeds to the spiral of galaxies, mirroring a belief that geometry itself is a bridge between the material and spiritual worlds. Many traditions teach that these forms do more than look beautiful. They carry energetic resonance. The shapes and ratios are said to amplify certain vibrations, creating spaces that promote healing, mental clarity, and deeper states of consciousness. In some cases, they may even influence the way sound, light, and energy move within a space, turning entire buildings into functional tools for spiritual and physical well-being. When you step into one of these spaces, whether it's a Gothic cathedral or an Incan temple, you can often feel the shift. The air changes, your breath slows, you become aware of something subtle yet powerful, as if the architecture itself is communicating with your body and spirit. Water was more than a resource in the ancient world. It was a sacred technology. Civilizations across the globe mastered the art of moving, storing, and even energizing water with remarkable elegance and efficiency. The Romans engineered vast aqueduct systems that carried fresh water over miles, using nothing more than gravity and precision engineering. The Egyptians developed water clocks to measure time, blending practicality with symbolic meaning. In the deserts of the Middle East, the Nabateans created sophisticated underground channels called qanats, tapping into hidden aquifers to irrigate crops and supply entire cities without losing a single drop to evaporation. Some researchers and alternative historians take this further, suggesting that certain monumental structures, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, might have been part of a planet-wide energy grid. According to these theories, underground water channels passing beneath the pyramid could have interacted with quartz-rich granite to create a piezoelectric effect, a process where mechanical pressure generates electrical energy. This, they propose, could have turned the pyramid into a kind of energy generator or transmitter. Magnetic stones were also central to ancient construction. Basalt and granite, often used in temples and sacred spaces, naturally contain quartz and magnetite. These minerals can influence electromagnetic fields, leading some to speculate that ancient architects were intentionally creating spaces where energy could be concentrated, amplified, or tuned for specific purposes, whether spiritual ceremonies, healing, or communication. In this light, ancient technology may have worked more like a living system than a machine, tapping into Earth's natural forces, flowing like water, humming with magnetic resonance, and resonating in harmony with the cycles of nature. Rather than dominating the environment, it seems many ancient cultures designed their technology to work with it, creating a seamless dance between human ingenuity and planetary energy. Technology doesn't always mean gears, levers, or engines. In many ancient cultures, technology also meant knowledge, especially when it came to the human body. This was medicinal technology, often blending physical tools with an understanding of energy, rhythm, and the natural world. Ancient healers across the globe developed remarkably sophisticated systems of wellness. Ayurveda, the traditional medicine of India, mapped the body through marma points, vital energy centers that could be stimulated for healing. Traditional Chinese medicine identified meridians, energetic pathways through which life force or qi flows, and used acupuncture, acupressure, and herbal formulations to keep that energy balanced. Ancient Egyptian priests and healers practiced ritualized anointing with sacred oils believed to purify, protect, and restore balance to body and spirit. These weren't random traditions, they were highly organized systems based on centuries, sometimes millennia of observation and refinement. Physical tools also played a major role. Healing rods crafted from metals like copper or containing crystals were used by Egyptian healers to balance energy fields. Copper coils were valued for their conductive properties, possibly enhancing bioelectric flow in the body. Herbal infusions were prescribed not only for their chemical effects, but for their vibrational qualities, with specific plants chosen for their energetic resonance with different organs or emotional states. Sound, scent, and touch were often integrated into these systems. Chanting, drumming, and the use of specific tones or instruments were believed to reset the body's energetic patterns. Essential oils derived from plants like frankincense, myrrh, lavender, and cedar were used both topically and aromatically to promote relaxation, mental clarity, and spiritual connection. Today, we're circling back to many of these practices: Reiki, sound baths, biofield tuning, crystal therapy, and essential oil treatments echo ancient methods, blending them with modern science to create a new wave of holistic wellness. What's striking is that modern research into frequency, bioelectricity, and plant medicine is beginning to validate what ancient healers seem to know all along, that the body is not just a biochemical machine, but an energetic ecosystem, deeply responsive to its environment and to intentional care. Before there were telescopes, satellites, or smartphone star apps, ancient people were already looking to the sky, not just with curiosity, but with remarkable technical skill. They didn't just stargaze, they mapped the heavens with a precision that still baffles modern astronomers. Take the Maya, for example. Their calendar system was so advanced it could predict solar and lunar eclipses centuries in advance. The ancient Greeks created the Antikythera mechanism, a complex gear-driven device from over 2,000 years ago that could track planetary movements, lunar phases, and eclipses. It's often called the world's first analog computer. Many ancient monuments double as astronomical observatories. The Great Pyramid shafts point directly toward Orion's belt and the ancient North Star, suggesting a fusion of architecture and sky science. Stonehenge in England is aligned with the midsummer sunrise and midwinter sunset, functioning like a massive seasonal calendar. And then there's Nabta Playa in the Egyptian desert, predating Stonehenge by at least 1,000 years, where carefully placed stones mark the summer solstice and align with constellations important to early Nile civilizations. These alignments weren't accidental. They dictated when to plant and harvest, when to set sail on long voyages, and when to hold ceremonies that were believed to keep the harmony between earth and sky. Some researchers even speculate these cosmic alignments were intentionally synchronized with Earth's magnetic or energetic grid, creating a unified science of land, energy, and cosmos. And here's the fascinating part. Some ancient star maps are so precise they include celestial details that, according to modern science, wouldn't have been visible without advanced optics. Were they simply masters of patient observation? Did they have instruments we've yet to rediscover? Or, as some alternative historians suggest, was this knowledge passed down from an even earlier, more technologically advanced civilization? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. The ancients were not just keeping time, they were keeping rhythm with the universe itself. Here's a thought. What if we're not discovering new things, but remembering what we once knew? Some believe this ancient knowledge is encoded in our DNA, waiting to be reawakened. Others say it's stored in the collective consciousness or accessible through dreams, meditation, or altered states. There's also the theory of timeline convergence, that ancient tech from a future past is resurfacing. Whatever your perspective, it seems we're being called to reclaim a deeper kind of intelligence, one that honors intuition, nature, rhythm, and resonance. The most exciting part, ancient tech isn't just a mystery to marvel at, it's a blueprint for a better future. From earth homes and natural insulation to sound-based healing and intuitive farming, we're seeing a revival of earth-based practices that mirror ancient wisdom. Permaculture, regenerative design, slow living, all echo the technologies of indigenous and ancient people. Maybe the path forward isn't high-tech or low-tech, but soul-tech, rooted in nature, connected to energy, and aligned with life. Thank you for taking this journey with me. I hope today's episode sparked your curiosity and maybe even awakened a memory buried deep in your bones. If you enjoyed this episode and want to explore more, I invite you to join me on Substack at substack.com/at Green Earth Essentials. There, you'll find bonus content, printable guides, and exclusive insights from past and upcoming episodes. Your support helps keep Green Earth Essentials independent and allows me to continue exploring topics that mainstream media often overlooks. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and keep listening to the whispers of the ancient world. You never know what forgotten wisdom might be waiting for you to remember it. This is Michelle Jackson, signing off.